It's Friday, guys! Welcome back, guys, Mr. Rawlings here. So let's do a bit of a news rant, shall we? First of all, I thought I'd just give you a bit of news on something that caught my eye earlier this week, because I would quite like to see this. And this is about Spawn, and there possibly being a new reboot Spawn movie. Now, if you didn't know, Spawn was quite big in the 90s. It's a comic book series by Todd McFarlane. And if you don't know anything about him, I'll give you a quick plot summary about what it's all about. Basically, there was this special ops soldier dude, and he did lots of missions, and with those missions he had to do some unsavoury things and killed quite a few people. And that takes a certain type of guy that can do that. And then eventually his boss double crosses him for various reasons, and he gets killed and set alight, and he's on fire and he dies and that kind of thing. And he goes down to hell because, well, he has murdered lots of people. Often, he's probably done some special ops missions where there's innocent people or collateral damage, people being killed, and he's assassinated people and that kind of stuff. So he's gone to hell. But while he's down there, he's just chilling. He's like, oh, what's going on down there? He's not really chilling because it's hell, but and some sort of ruler down there, one of the rulers of hell, goes up to him, and he's basically like, I've got this army here of all these cool Hellspawn characters, and I want you to be the leader. If you pledge your allegiance to me, become my eternal slave, my eternal servant, you can be the leader of this army when the Armageddon, the apocalypse happens. And if you do that, I'll let you go back to Earth now to see your fiancée. And this dude down there, he's not having a good time really, so he's like, okay, I'll do this. And he gets imbued with his special, his dark powers, and he goes back to Earth. Now, time has passed, and his fiancée's got with his best friend, which I know sounds harsh, but it wasn't actually that harsh. It's kind of understandable. And they had a kid. Well, he had a kid originally, but now it's been looked after by, his ex-fiancée and his best friend. But he's this sort of disfigured, burnt skinned man with this weird suit, and he's got his powers, and of course he can't rekindle anything. And in the end he just decides to sort of use his powers to fight, for the side of good. He doesn't want to lead this army, he doesn't want to fight for hell, and so he tries to, like I say, fight for good. But the thing is, he is a bit messed up because he went to hell. He was already a bit of a sociopath because of his job. So he's pretty dark now, he's pretty brutal, he's pretty badass, and the punishments he puts on criminals and the bad guys are quite horrific. He doesn't mess about. His justice is absolute and brutal, and if you're deemed bad, you're in trouble basically. I guess he's kind of like a mixture of Ghost Rider and the Punisher, if you want to try and understand what he's like. But anyway, Todd wants to reboot this, and they did like an animated sort of series of it, or a movie for it, but there was also, notably, a 90s movie, live action movie. I actually watched this again only a couple of months ago because I wanted to sort of remember what it was like. Now, at the time when I first watched it, it was great because, you're seeing Spawn in real life, but I do remember the movie wasn't that good. And when I rewatched it, I realised how bad the movie really is. But I still liked it because I still liked seeing Spawn in live action, movie. So I would love to see a reboot done with modern era, special effects, and done a little bit better. And apparently it's going to be a little bit less showy, a little bit less over the top, without the big red cloak and stuff, because that's like a 90s sort of style of hero. And comic, and it'll be more sort of realistic. It'll be more sort of like in the shadows, and he won't be a man in a rubber suit. I don't think. It sounds like it would be CGI. Fingers crossed, it wouldn't be done badly, but to me it sounds quite cool. There's not much to report yet, but like I say, Todd really doesn't want this to come to fruition. He's been doing it for a few years. Apparently the script is about 180 pages. The sort of producers would want it to be about 120, so he's got to shave off at least sort of 20 pages of the script to to get a compromise, and that will be sort of between like the 1.5 hour to 2 hour mark. At the moment it's over 2 hours probably. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you that news in case you weren't aware of it. If you can, check out any of the comics. I would recommend them. They're quite dated or whatever, but they are still good. And like I say, some of the punishments he deals to these people, just because he deems them, as evil or bad, even when sometimes you can kind of understand why they've done that thing, are quite horrific, and he does sort of torment some of the people if he feels they deserve it and sends them to hell. So it is an interesting, and it's just a very unique character. And then I thought I'd touch on something which you may well have heard about. I mentioned previously in the news rant about the Power Rangers movie coming, and it did look quite terrible with the armour sort of costumes they had. They looked bad. But anyway, recently there's obviously been some more publicity, and the Twitter of the Power Rangers movie, or the official Twitter, they've been putting out some pictures, drum up some hype, and it's posters of each of the Power Rangers. Now you can see here, the posters look pretty bad, it's pretty cheesy, but you know, it is a kids movie, so it's going to be a bit like that. But what I wanted to point out, and what there's been a bit of contention, a bit of trouble about, is the one for the Yellow Power Ranger. Now, the original 90s show, Yellow Power Ranger, was played by Tree Trang, and she tragically died in a car accident, which was, you know, quite a shock to everyone. She had a promising career, really. She was a beautiful girl, did a really good series. She had, you know, troubled life trying to get over to the US from Vietnam and things like that. So, you know, it was a horrible thing to happen to her. And then this was tweeted. Now, this is the new Power Ranger, Yellow Power Ranger, played by Becky G, I think. And you can see there it says driver's ed not required. What were they thinking? You know that that character, the original actress who played that character, died in a car accident, and you've put driver's ed not required on only the one for the Yellow Power Ranger. You could use that caption on anyone, but you used it on that one. And quite understandably, a lot of people are like, what? That's really disrespectful. What were you thinking? Now, I can't work out if this was an actual, like, joke about because they knew what happened, or whether they've just been completely oblivious to it and not done their research, but surely they know that that happened. Like, I remember that happened. Surely people making Power Rangers and the official Power Rangers Twitter would know what happened to Yellow Power Ranger actress. What were they thinking? And even though they've got loads of backlash since they posted this, like 2 days ago now, it's still there. It still has that caption. They've not deleted it. They've not recaptioned it. You know, retweeted it. You know, tweeted it again, captioned it differently. It's still there. Just like, what the f? So that's a little bit of news about a possible upcoming movie, a definite upcoming movie, which isn't really hitting the right notes of at least me so far. And now we'll come on to Shit Gadget of the Week. Now guys, usually with Shit Gadget of the Week, I focus on a gadget which you can see exists. It's not just a thought or, you know, a concept yet, or still a concept. It exists and it is coming out. But this one's slightly different because there's no product yet. But I still wanted to show it to you because although there's no gadget to actually criticise yet, and if the gadget does ever come out, it might actually be okay. There's no way of knowing really. I wanted to criticise more the project behind it, more the begging for money. Sorry, the crowdfunding that they would like to get for this idea, because it's just absolute trash. I possibly think it might even be a scam, but let's go through and I'll explain why it's so bad. First of all, let's take a look at the first video they've got right at the top of the page, shall we? Right, so this is the video at the top of the project for Pocket Projector Play, and as you can see, it's just a little animation. There's no product, and then someone designed it in a 3D program. Doesn't mean anything. Might not be like that at all. Music is truly awful, isn't it? What is this music? And then we've got a fake screen, something happening, which makes no sense. It's just like, what? And why does it say there Slim Pro at the bottom? I thought it was called Pocket Projector. Why does it say Slim Pro? Jesus! What's that about? This music's bad. colours. It comes in 3 terrible colours. Oh no, it comes in more than that. It comes in 6 terrible colours. All in all, it's just a load of rubbish, isn't it? And this is a terrible, terrible trailer. Like, who made this? It's bad. It's called Slim Pro. It's called Slim Pro. I thought it was called Pocket Projector. So as you can see, the video they've made for it is absolutely diabolically terrible. They're asking for $30,000 and they couldn't bother to make a good video. We can't see a product, like I was saying before, it's not been made yet, but the animation they've chosen at the start is just terrible. Let's go on to why else this is a bad project. Why it's bad that they're begging people for money for their non-existent gadget. Pocket Projector. Now look what you want, anywhere, anytime and in high definition. Now look what you want. I'm sorry, I realise these guys aren't clearly native English speakers, but if this is going to be your official crowdfunding page, where you're going to beg for money, could you maybe just run it past someone who is a native English speaker and just say, does that sound right? Can you just check our site? No, you couldn't do that? Oh, okay, too busy. The latest in technological innovation in Projector's portable video, with a variety of features such as music player, video, exhibitor presentations, also shares photos in HD, and all this can be done almost anywhere and comfort of carrying everywhere. Good job guys on selling this to me, the English is just impeccable. And then you got some like, you know, specifications, it's going to be all these things, but it won't be, will it, because it doesn't exist. So how can you tell us how big it's going to be when the thing doesn't exist? There's no prototype, you've not even bothered to show us a fake little plastic prototype, you've just done it in 3D program. Like, what is going on? This is clearly just a scam, right? It doesn't exist, the thing doesn't exist. Project Progress. So, look, is that a real thing he's holding? I don't know if it's real, but it doesn't really look like the one they showed above, and again it's called Slim Pro. Do they not know what this is called? Can you just stick to one name? Is it Slim Pro or is it, what was it called? Pocket Projector. Or maybe they should say a pocket projector called Slim Pro, but at the moment it doesn't seem like they know what it is. But it says here, these are our progress of the project, with its collaboration can improve the product. Who is going to back this? Like, you've not had any of this read by anyone before you put it on your shit site. Thing is, this project has a month left to try and get its backing. How well are they doing? They have had 2%. They've had $570 US raised by 5 backers, who clearly must have had a day release from the mental institution, because what are they backing? This isn't real. It doesn't exist. And what I like is the final video. If I'll just show you how it looks. The final video. Again, it's got the crappy animation of the thing that doesn't exist, and it goes straight into real life evidence of this product. But it doesn't, does it? Because you don't actually see the thing being turned on and used. This could be any projector anywhere. This could be a massive projector they bought and they're just literally faking how this is going to work. And that doesn't look like HD to me anyway. It's like a 4x3 screen, so it's not even actually HD. They couldn't bother to get a fake, you know, to fake this with a real HD projector. It's just someone's projector in a home they've just filmed. This might not even be them filming it. They might have just grabbed this from anywhere. You never see the product start or end. What are they trying to show here? It doesn't make any sense. This is either a scam or it's just run by absolutely delusional morons. I'm sorry guys, I had to rant about that a lot. I had to just crucify this project because things like this on Indiegogo or Kickstarter or whatever, absolute trash. The site shouldn't even allow this crap. How has it even got on there? And what's worse, you get some projects where it's literally someone just asking for money for something. Like, he's not going to give you anything back, he's just saying, I want a new PC, can you pay for it? No, you can f off. Right, now that I've just completely ruined their hopes and dreams, which I'm glad about because they deserve it, let's move on to something else. Now, I mentioned in the previous news rant about Ghost in the Shell, and of course people were quite annoyed because it seemed like it was possibly whitewashing by casting Scarlett Johansson instead of an Asian actress. I don't know if that's really what happened. I think they just knew that she'd be popular, and she just happens to be white, but she's the most popular actress that plays sort of geeky and sci-fi type stuff, and so fans of her will obviously go and see the movie. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but that is just promotion and marketing, and that's just what makes things sell. You know, you use someone that you know is popular already. And there's now a trailer, and I've not watched it yet, but I can see it's got quite a lot of dislikes. But I'm gonna firstly assume that there might be people who aren't happy with the casting, rather than that it looks bad. But I'm gonna see if I agree with the dislikes and see why there's so many there. And yeah, let's watch it together. So guys, this is Ghost in the Shell official teaser trailer number 1 for 2017, Scarlett Johansson action movie HD, that's a weird thing to call it. Play! Oh, that scared me. Oh, there she is. Take that out of her head, Matrix style. What's going on? Why can't I just see?
What are you?
This is bad. Really annoying noises. Stop doing that, it's really annoying.
This is just the beginning.
I hate that. Alright, well I'm guessing the dislikes are because the teaser trailer is just really cut badly. Like, that noise and that every 5 seconds is not cool. Maybe it was like interesting the first time, but then they kept doing it and it's just like really annoying. And didn't really understand anything that was going on in the movie. But it is just a teaser, and it looked like it was good production value for the movie itself. But yeah, I can understand why people didn't really like that trailer. But I don't think that necessarily reflects what the movie's going to be like. I think we need to wait for a proper trailer. I think they went a bit overkill with the, you know, the bit. So let's not make judgments just yet. Yeah, let's see what it's like when we get a proper trailer. So guys, I think that'll about do it. Ghost in the Shell anime is just finished behind me. So yeah, I think it's a good time to end. So guys, if you like that, please click like, click subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, if you're going to have like someone playing a character and previously an actress of that character died, maybe not tweet out something about that character which references like the way that person died. You'd think that would be common sense, but apparently not. Okay, bye! Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.